He's no good. Go ahead, back it goes!
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, fucking life of art here. Original drama cast for your ass. Clock live right here for you. This is the original, much imitated, never do it top before. Now I'm here with AC. Yeah. Teeny. Woo! And Betty's no good. Close it, Pancake House! Woo! Greatest show ever. No one remembers that show but me. You know that? The State of MTV. Nobody remembers that show. Put a one in the chat if you think it's probably one. Just put one before I even say it. Oh my God, they listen. Have you ever heard of the MTV show in the mid-90s called The State? It's a sketch show. Wow. I am literally impressed with my fans. I said, no, I bet they put ones in anyway, and they didn't do it. I'm glad in the 1880s. Go fuck off, land, European. You weren't even fucking probably allowed to see it. Oh, there goes my monetization. You have to donate. Donate, fuck faces.
Well, you already got one right off the bat for being late.
Lizzie, thanks so much. Late fee. No. Well, I wasn't late. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Did they have Ken Marino? Yeah, they had Ken Marino.
Oh gosh,
$240 worth of food.
I love Ken Marino in Eastbound and Down. I think he was in that.
They did a really funny bit too. And they were like, we're having a problem here at the State. Even though we've gotten all this fame, none of us can get laid. So would you like to win a date with a member of the State? And some of them were dressed all awkward and looked like Toby. And the only really doesn't have a problem is Dan Marino, because he's a paisan. They showed him with like the slick back hair. No, Marino is one of the guy's names.
Ah.
It wasn't Dan Marino. It's the other Marino.
Ken Marino? You're saying
Ken Marino. I think his name was Ken Marino.
Yeah. Yeah, I swear that's the same guy in that show, Eastbound and Down, as like playing an asshole.
He's God, I haven't seen him in almost 30 years, but he's a really kind of like he's a good-looking Italian guy, you know.
Yeah, he's not ugly for sure.
Let's go watch the monkeys do it. Oh, he was also he had the big line on there. He had $240 worth of pudding, and he had let's go watch the monkeys do it, and. Not Dan Marino, yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
No, it was Ken Marino. Yeah, it was Ken Marino.
Yeah, it's Ken Marino. And then he had a big big line for the State. I can't remember what it was, and that was like the big selling point. I ever tell you a story with that? Like, I knew a guy. He's semi-famous. His name is. I grew up next to him. His name was Michael Nierenberg, and his father was I don't know if he's a producer or what, but he was a big guy. He knew his way around LA, and that's where he was from. He worked for the guy from Hustler magazine. The guy got shot.
I know who you're talking about, but they
made a whole movie about him.
He's in a wheelchair. I think he was on frickin' his face? Norm Macdonald.
Larry Clayton Flint.
Larry Flint, yeah, Larry Flint. See, Mike's dad worked for Larry Flint for years, and Mike ended up making a legit movie called Back Pages, I think it was called, about 10 years ago. And he had access to the guy who shot Larry Flint, and when it's supposedly it's really good. I've never seen it. I'm such a lousy friend, but he went to see it. So there's a character in the State called Doug. And Doug is a guy. He's like he desperately wants to be an alienated youth. So he's like, yeah, Dad, you don't understand, man. You don't get this, Dad. You don't get where I'm coming from. So the whole bit goes like this. Hey, Doug. Yeah, Dad. I found a cigarette in your bedroom. Do you want to explain this? Yeah, Dad, I want to have a smoke once in a while. Yeah, so you understand? You don't get it. I'm Doug, and I'm out of here, right? So he's like, Doug, relax. I just want to know if I could bum one from you, right? And then he says, then he goes, yeah, I found some booze. Yeah, Dad, you found some booze. So what? I guess you don't understand. I'm Doug, and I'm out of here. Well, all I'm saying is you guys can drink here instead of having to go and drink out in the woods. Like he's like the coolest dad ever, right? Mike, whether he liked it or not, had a similar relationship with his father, who was all connected to L.A. He used to bitch about his dad because it was punk rock at the time. His dad was like the coolest dad ever. He worked for Larry Flint. He so they were, I guess, having things. So an Easter vacation. They were Jewish, so on Easter vacation they flew out to L.A. Mike's favorite band. This is 100% true story. This is not bullshit, by the way. Mike's dad wanted to hook him up. So you know what he did? He found out that Glenn Danzig had a hots for one of the girls that worked at Hustler. So when he had to work, he made this like Mike was 15 or 16 at the time. He had that girl watch him for the day, right? Knowing that Glenn Danzig could be around. And apparently they have these sort of hotels all around Hollywood that kind of like, it's for celebrities and stuff to kind of duck out in. And they kind of look at dives at the top and they're not when you go inside. Have you heard of this stuff? You're California people, right?
No, actually I haven't.
No, well, he told you, get this. So he gets a knock on the door. And remember, Mike is the biggest Misfits fan I've ever met in my life. And Glenn Danzig walks in and he hung out with him for 2 or 3 hours. Now, Glenn probably couldn't get laid because the porn star had to watch the fucking 16-year-old for the day, but he got to hang out with Glenn Danzig all day. 100% true story. So I remember when he came back, he showed me a picture of him and Glenn. I still have a picture upstairs. I actually brought it all the way over here, right? So like he needed proof, you know. So, and I just looked at him and goes, "You really are Doug." You know, and he got really pissed. I remember. If he ever comes on here, I'll tell that story because we still talk once in a while. You know, he knows what I'm doing. He's like, "Wow, you got things going on YouTube." I'm like, "Not as much as you think." I'd rather be making sets for Boardwalk Empire, which is what he does, what he's been doing.
Really?
He's a big, he's connected to Holly. He's kind of a connected guy. But
well, that show's been over for a while.
Yeah. But I think he's done the Sopranos. I think he's done the Sopranos. I think he's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Once you're in on that, because it's the same director.
And he's like a real like legit Jersey guy. Like he grew up right down the street from me. You know, we used to like because his mom was kind of cute. We used to kind of like tease him because of that. I mean, I think he punched me once because you know, his mom was kind of like, his mom was only like 18 years or 19 years older than him. You know, yeah, he was half Puerto Rican, half Jewish. Good guy, Mike Nierenberg. And I miss him a lot, actually. All right, so let's get into it. You guys all came here for MrBEAST, right? One's in the chat, bitches. Let's get this rolling. I'm gonna stop making you suffer through my reading. I'll let Ginny do it. There we go.
Everybody, hold up your feastables. All right, like a lighter at a concert.
One thing let me take that picture off. Let me put the new picture in. I forgot to do that because I was too busy fucking watching the state videos before I went on here.
Everyone, grab your Lunchly, grab a bottle of Prime, grab.
One thing
thick of it, man.
One thing I have to address before I go further. I know there's some new, looking more legitimate stuff out about MrBEAST, and it's not like dog pack crap. Muda did a video on it. It's about crypto, $100,000 investments turning to $10 and $12 million. I trust Muda, and the problem is I don't understand how crypto works, so I think it'd be really irresponsible for me to criticize because I don't get it. But I do trust Muda enough to think there's probably something to this, but I got to see more. And I think Muda's got to see more too. So if you call me and ask me about the crypto thing and what I think, I couldn't give you an honest answer, and I'm not going to because I can't. I can't honestly do it. He may be in big trouble. $100,000. I mean, who is he? Hillary Clinton? In the commodities market, $100,000 investments don't turn to 10 million very often. And you know what the crooks usually do when they say, "Well, I'm such a good businessman." Yeah, that's what Hillary Clinton said when she probably stole money from the commodities market back in 1993, right? So that being said, I can't say for sure. All the stuff we're going to cover is the stuff that he dropped recently. We also got plans to go over the Willie Mack video later in the stream and possibly the no slop. So we're here for a long night. So don't ask me, Tommy Quinn, about that stuff. I don't understand it. I'm not very good at math. I'm not very good with money. Basically, my wife, the reason I have anything is because my wife's an accountant. And I listen. I don't fight with her. So I really can't say so. There may be something to that. I don't think it looks good if Muda touched it. That's all I can say. But that's not enough to say somebody's guilty or innocent or anything, or even for me to say I'm buying it or not. I don't know, and it very well could be. So we'll leave it at that. We'll go to the first MrBEAST thing here.
Housekeeping. He's got 50 MrBEAST coin in his account right now.
You're all broken up. Are you moving away? Are you wireless?
I'm right
You're
here.
robot.
Do anything. Oh,
you're roboting like fuck. Are you like walking around the house and shit?
Hi.
No.
Stay centered. Are you centered?
I'm here. It's just the connection is weird.
Well, remember his power went out, so.
Oh, I don't care.
No,
Jesus,
it's fine.
Move.
You should care. Don't be a dick to him. He's here. He's a guest.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
All right, we're gonna have Ginny read for a change because everybody hates my reading. So go ahead, Ginny. Start it off. Ginny.
Okay. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts.
Ho. Sorry, we know this one. Let's go right to the meat. The 3-month investigation.
Yeah, that was the July one, so I was just going.
All right, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. We'll do it that way. Okay, good. We'll do it your way. Smart.
Thank you. During that time.
Go ahead.
I can't with your face, but
why? Just don't look.
During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBEAST. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings.
In other words, get out of here. Get lost, Tranny.
Thrown to the curb.
Now we go to 2 hours ago. Here we go. Number 1.
A 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm / investigators reviewed millions of documents and messages and conducted 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions.
If I had to guess, that's what Pansino heard. Oh, we can say whatever we want. Nobody will fire back. Yeah, that's what I think. Here we go. Again, this is all disregarding any new allegations that came out with the last 24 hours. I don't understand them. I'm probably going to end up asking Muda to go on a call so I completely understand the whole thing. Because it's obviously, I don't think this is, I know Chud thinks this is over. I don't. I think these guys are just getting warmed up. But go ahead. November 1st email. Dear Board of Directors, let's do this.
Yep. Dear Board of Directors, as you know, in July 2024, MrBEAST LLC, which is called Company, engaged Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan LLP to conduct an internal investigation into specific allegations made publicly, incidents reported internally, and issues raised by employees in interviews, including with respect to current and/or former company personnel and the company's workplace environment and culture. At your direction, Quinn Emanuel immediately launched a comprehensive investigation, which is now concluded. The following sets forth certain key findings and conclusions from the investigation without waiving any applicable privileges, including but not limited to the attorney-client privilege and work product protection.
Okay.
As an initial matter, to protect the investigation's integrity, on July 31st, 2024, Quinn Emanuel requested that a former employee, Dawson French, cease making public allegations against the company, as those were the topic of an ongoing investigation. We also requested that current employees refrain from public comments to ensure the investigation yielded accurate information and that witnesses were not tainted. The intent was to foster candid interviews and complete cooperation with the investigatory process.
Okay.
And so just to remind you, Tommy, Dawson French was a dog pack.
Okay. Okay. Dawson French. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dawson French should surrender. Go ahead.
Well, it was, you remember when there was like, he was like, oh my God, they've got, bring me some cease and desist things. That was that situation.
Well, he didn't do it, so.
No.
Well, here we go.
Quinn Emanuel conducted 39 interviews of current and former employees. Over 4.5 million documents collected from mobile phones, emails, telegrams, Discords, WhatsApps, and Slack were processed and reviewed. The collaboration and cooperation sought at the outset were achieved throughout this process. Quinn Emanuel thoroughly investigated all public allegations and any others that arose during the investigation.
Okay.
The investigation produced the following significant findings. Allegations of sexual misconduct, example, PDF file, grooming, cheese pizza, etc., between company employees and minors are without basis. The allegations were soundly rejected, including by alleged victims.
Okay.
Allegations of the company knowingly employing individuals with proclivities or histories towards illegal or questionable legal conduct are similarly without basis. Here, too, the allegations were uniformly rejected. Several isolated instances of workplace harassment and misconduct were identified during the investigation. The company was informed of such conduct and took swift and appropriate actions to address the incidents, including, where necessary, disciplining or letting go of implicated individuals.
You know, it's interesting with this. Now that this thing's over, and if this was truly an independent investigation, I don't know where it is or not. I don't trust corporations as far as I can throw them. But here's the thing about Dawson going forward. If he says this is bullshit and goes as far as starts naming employees for whoever fucking did this, they could sue him. And I don't think they're going to be like, I'm not going to sue Dawson because it might make me look bad. They're going to sue him because it's making him look bad. So I could see him taking a swing at them. Look for that. Hello, Thomas. I'm looking for a black penis. Oh, really? Hold on a second. Stop everything. My penis. It's the girth and width. The only thing is to help pleasure me. If anyone has a black penis, please reach out. Love, Jimmy Beast. Okay. Okay.
He's looking for his own feastables.
Hey, buddy.
Talk about a chocolate
Dear
bar.
Christ almighty, Jimmy, you really stepped to the shit here. Oh, hey, Tommy. High fiver. Go ahead, Jeannie.
Okay. As you are well aware, the company has grown exceedingly quickly from a YouTube startup comprised of a group of talented young individuals to a much larger entity. It is not uncommon that policies and practices essential in a mature company would lag behind commercial success.
Keaton, cool guy. Hi, Tommy. I made a blank account. Can I join glory holes now? Yeah, sure. You're an asshole. Keep going, Jeannie.
Guys, this is a serious investigation.
Yeah,
all right?
Stop screwing around in there. Stop fucking around. This is serious.
Keep the black penis out of the investigation.
Yeah, still black penis around here.
Keep the glory holes out. All right? I think that's part of the things that MrBEAST is being investigated for. Okay, so
okay, all right. Go ahead, Jeannie. Don't mind these idiots.
Don't worry. I tune it out. This appears to have been the case here and has, in certain instances, allowed for inappropriate mature culture or inappropriate conduct. Oh, skipped a line. It is clear that the company is committed to remedying historical issues and creating a mature culture where problematic behaviors are not tolerated as it enters this new phase. The company has already implemented or is in the process of implementing changes to ensure a safe and professional corporate culture today and moving forward. These include
Hello, it's me, Mr. Beast. To clear up some of the confusion, Black Penis is owned by... What? Hold on a second. Stop everything. Stop it. Black Penis is owned by Namic KSI. It's not good enough for me. It appears that his penis was sub-botted, and help me find a bigger, blacker penis. Love, Jimmy Beast. Good luck, Jimmy. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. These include sending a clear message regarding tone at the top, hiring a new chief executive officer, chief people officer, and general counsel, and soon to be hired a chief financial officer, implementing mandatory corporate training for all employees, developing new policies codified in an employee handbook.
So they're turning it into Nazi Germany. Thanks, fucking Dawson. Now it's like every other. It used to be fun, a fun place to work. Now it's like everywhere else. Thank you, YouTubers. Go ahead.
Establishing an anonymous reporting mechanism / hotline for employees.
Snitch line.
Swiftly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now it's Nazi Germany and East Germany. Now you got the Stasi. Go ahead.
Swiftly terminating individuals who violated company policy regardless of their position or level within the company. Identifying additional employees for targeted training and executive coaching to address professionalism and compliance with company policy. This officially concludes our investigation. We remain available if you need any follow-ups or have further questions.
Do you ever have to go to one of those training things? Do you ever have to go to one of those training things?
I had to watch this video.
They tell you shit you already know that's like ridiculously obvious. It's like the most, it's the dumbest thing either, ever. You know, like I like they said like it's re-education camps.
Do you have a clip of that?
It's like totally not. It's a way a way to give those Nazis and
There's a new development in the Black Penis.
Is there? Stop everything.
Yeah.
All right. Is there? Let's say hello, Thomas. This is Jimmy Beast. All right.
No, you need it's a different one.
I don't know.
I can find it probably.
I missed
really
it. I missed the penis.
Here, I'll get it here. It's from Jamal of the Jungle.
How can you miss it? It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
I know. And it was for $7.69. Mr. Beast, my name is Jamal, and I have a big black penis. Please reach out to me on Twitter. My username is @loveblackpenismen93.
Okay.
Love, Jamal.
All right, that's enough black penis for today. Let's just ignore any other message he makes.
Look, the black penis brings in a lot of money. Okay, I don't think you're thinking this through.
I'm also afraid to get kicked off of YouTube. So, what have you? So, what do you? Let's look at some of these. Can we interpret what you're admitting and what you're denying when it comes to Dogpack's allegations? But I need,
in my opinion,
I need you to come around and make it clear. They can't, Willie. They can't. This is all being done by lawyers, which is probably. Look, you all wanted this. Look, I think there's some truth in whether it's a good statement or like, I don't fucking know. But here's the thing: they're right about one thing. What it started as a bunch of friends, a bunch of dudes, you know, that's probably about the most unprofessional environment you're going to go in. And then it turned into something else. It turned into $1 billion company. And there were some growing pains. I think I could agree with that. Now.
So it's the way it always goes.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it always goes with the startup stuff. I mean, you know, that's where we get Casual Friday from because they had to, you know, pack the computers in on Fridays. So you wore like dressed down like khakis and stuff so you could pack, you know, Apple computers and shit. So things change, you know. And maybe they needed to. The more kooks they probably hired. I don't know if it. I don't know if it. Like, I don't think they can address him. If they're going to address him, they're going to address him with a lawsuit, Willie. This is the way. This is if you wanted things done professionally. This is it. You don't talk and you let the lawyers talk for you. So you can forget all that like one-on-one YouTuber thing that you have at this level. It's gone. It's never going to happen again. He's going to be careful who he talks to, everything. 4.5 billion tokens were processed and reviewed. I don't even know if that's humanly possible. With 100 people, it is. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it wasn't just one guy. Wow, 10,257. God damn, I got a lot of money. I mean, come on.
Considering a document can just be like, here's a screenshot of like a bit of the chat from Slack, from Discord, from Telegram, whatever. Like some of them are probably like really short chats, you know. And it's just like,
well,
hey,
here's another thing with the pedophilia and grooming and stuff like this. There's been no police interest in this case, and there's almost no chance there will be.
No.
So you could pretty much be assured that it's a bunch of horse shit. I also think if you don't see a lawsuit in the next month or two, maybe 3, then he's not going to address it anymore, and he's going to let these people go run wagon. I don't know how he doesn't sue that guy, but I don't I would assume even if I knew I was, because there's a big high threshold for public figures and being slandered. But he better hope to God that the price of defending yourself, and I think he's probably thinks he's going to be able to raise money. The type of lawsuit that MrBEAST is going to file is going to take a lot of money, and it's going to be more than crowdfunded. Mm-hmm. People get bored with this shit, and then they stop giving. Connor, so you're saying Jake the Viking lied when he claimed Delaware sat down with him and Jim? We know that's not true because there's a video of him firing Delaware. I didn't know that until like a couple hours ago.
Do you have a clip of that?
Hey, I'm looking for a small stud up. I'm not.
Thank you, Ava Chris Tyson. That was one from that guy.
Thank you.
I love your chicken nuggets.
Yeah, Jake the Link.
You clicked on the full thing, so we need to go back.
I want to go back and look at some of these replies. Also, I think I saw what's his face had it. Maybe I got to look at the. There was a. Is there a way to look at the? I don't want to fucking retweet this.
No, you'll repost it if you.
Yeah, there's isn't there a way to look at the? There's 1,000 of them, but there was a. I guess one of the people that was involved in the grooming stuff, he came out and denied it. Do we know? You know what I'm talking about?
The kid?
Yeah, the one that
the lava GG
lava,
kid? Yeah.
That what it is? LAVA GG?
Lava. It's lava something.
GG? Lava girl?
Maybe, I can't remember. No. It was a dude. I can't remember his ad off the top of my head. I know it's lava.
No, you know what? I want to see that one because that one was interesting.
I think Xylee's just pushed it to me.
Yeah, send it over, Xylee. I really appreciate that.
Yep, got it. Thank you, Xylee.
Xylee, you're the sweetest. Send me some lavas.
Yep, sent it to you.
And also, I'm gonna take. You guys get some opinions on this. I'm willing to hear it. To me, this is a big. A lot of this, besides the crypto stuff, which I don't know, is a big nothing burger. I mean, it made sense to me. We had a few separate incidents. Any company's gonna have 1 or 2 sexual harassment incidents, or 5 or 6 even, depending on the size. And if they're dealt with individually. Chris Tyson's been fired. Okay, this is a lava. All right, lava is putting this here so it's read more.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. Putting this here so it's read more. Now that the investigation is over and MrBEAST has addressed it, I want to clarify a few important points that I've remained quiet on as the investigation was ongoing. People used my name to make very serious allegations and claims without ever speaking to me.
Do you have a clip
is
of
he
that?
talking? Is he talking about Dawson? You think?
I think so.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Could also be like Bro and then BJ investigates.
Sure.
These people thought they were trying to protect me, but the truth is they were saying things that were completely false. The private investigators reviewed all my DMs and interactions with Chris. I was the one who sent the quote-unquote Discord leaks to the investigators as they were coming out. It was incredibly difficult having my name thrown around in a public forum without being given the opportunity to share the truth. Thankfully, the people doing the investigation actually did reach out and gave me the opportunity to tell the truth, which I very much appreciated. I was not groomed. These were false allegations made up by other people with my name thrown in them. This investigation was conducted by real investigators and not internet detectives. They reviewed everything. I, as well as all of you, wanted a proper and thorough investigative outcome to this situation. I'm glad it has finally happened.
So I bet this guy is new public enemy #1 to these because they feel like anti-O's at this point. This the anti-beast did. So they're going to say you lied, that Jimmy made you do it, that he paid you. Because I've heard that. I can only imagine what this guy's going to hear. 16 replies. Did he check it already? The groomie doesn't know he was groomed until many years later in some cases. What did I tell you? Right here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to think you were groomed when you were groomed. That's the whole point. Yeah, you moron. You don't even know what happened to you. We know what happened to you. You were definitely groomed by Chris Tyson. Also, that investigation is a crock of shit. How do you? Oh, yeah. See, I was 100% correct here.
No, there's if like even just going to the MrBEAST thing, a lot of it.
Mark my words,
MrBEAST
is getting jail special. Yeah, sure. Like, what do you know? I'd love to know where. Like, I'm sure this guy lives with his parents. Next year, let's not forget he wanted to fuck Daniel Bergoli as a joke back, and that's the that's the
Cash Me Outside. How bad that?
Yeah, but that happened on what was that competitive debated? I forget, like with Zaptai and all them. What was it, Leon Lush?
Hot Wet Soup.
Yeah, it was Hot Wet Soup. Yeah, and we know that they're taking that way out of context. How much money did Jimmy pay you? Here we go. Tell us about the NDA. How can he tell you about the NDA? He's allowed to talk openly. You dope. Transphobia is never acceptable, but nearly what went on. And he's an enemy. This guy literally has a vid on YT saying the opposite of all this. Come on, dude. Is that true? Money comes and goes, losing your integrity in public.
No, it's all caps lock, so I'm inclined to give it.
You're all broken up again. Ugh.
Ah, shit.
Don't move. You sound like you're on wireless.
No, I just.
You sound like you're wireless.
Connection fucking.
All right, let me try to. I think I can do something to this thing to make it a little better. Let's see. Slow amount off on air. Can I switch the US East? We'll go US West for you. It's the West Coast. How about that? You hear me?
Hello.
I can hear you. Yes.
All right. We'll change the server. So we'll do it that way. Okay, pedo. Yeah, these people are nutters. They're kooks. Kooks.
Oh yeah,
kooks.
I mean, if you just go back to that and just start scrolling. Once you get to a certain point, it's a bunch of like memes. No way, the guys you paid found you innocent. The investigator herself and found it.
But here's the thing: they could, if they found something criminal, they would be required by law to turn it over to the police. By law.
Mm-hmm.
So, if in order to believe that, you have to believe. Although I'm not a huge believer in these things, but if they like the people that are mad at MrBEAST, think this is criminal. If there was something truly criminal there, they got to turn it over. They have to. It's somebody go to jail. I'm sorry, these guys are not going to do that. It doesn't make any sense.
Why would they risk that to own the trolls?
Look, I could believe that this organization could make it as soft as possible. That I could believe, but I don't believe they could cover up anything criminal because then they're putting themselves at risks. Nah, man, you guilty of some weird shit. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Yeah. See, this stuff alone has all been created by Dawson. These kooks. How does he not sue him? How does who's going to make him look bad? Well, look at you look bad. And then now you got Muda, and I imagine CoffeeZilla's sniffing around now too. So you imagine getting this finally we're getting this out of the way, and then boom, 24 hours earlier, you got a new one. Viel Glück, mein Freund. Viel Glück. I'll take calls now. I want to hear from the peoples. I'm mildly interested. So we can take some calls. What do you think?
I hope they just echo everything we saw in the replies. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't believe they could cover up something. I don't think they could cover up something criminal.
Yeah, I mean,
I think a bunch of people think things are criminal that actually aren't, and they don't understand anything about the law, the world. How how many times have we seen it since we've been on here, where somebody doesn't get arrested for something they're so sure they're going to? How many YouTubers have we known that actually literally been caught with some shit and nothing happens? Almost the most extreme, Lion Maker happened, and the kid that was a singer,
Austin Jones,
and that's the only ones I can think of on the top of my head. I've been doing this almost a decade. Literally been doing this YouTube slop for over a decade. Let's hear it. First off,
Leader was in there first.
Leader? Let's see what the Aussie has to say. Go ahead. Leader.
Hello, mic working? Okay.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have like a vague memory that like wasn't the Chris Tyson or that's his name, right? Where he wasn't the weirdness with Chris Tyson wrapped up at the time, when like wasn't there originally? I thought that Chris Tyson was weird and that he was like the internet hated him, and then MrBEAST came out and said, "No, I'm not getting rid of this. I'm not getting rid of this guy because he's my friend and I've been my friend for ages."
Sure.
But like the weirdness was still there. I remember there was like odd things at the time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that is it? I mean, I feel as if like there must have been some. You know, he must have been turning his head and not looking at it at some point. I wouldn't.
Here's the thing.
It just comes off as strange.
You make a good point. I think I've made this point already. I could see a situation. Okay. All right, these guys all put this company together. They all, had the time of their lives, and they're all really close. And one of them comes out as transgender, right? And if you really love somebody, that's not gonna. Unless you're AC and you hate people different than you because you're Christian, right, AC?
Yay.
Hey, buddy.
You're not going to be like, all right, well, this is his thing. I'm a live and let live person, so maybe they just kind of look the other way. It's not a good excuse, but it's an explanation for maybe that's why. I don't know how they didn't know that there was something a little off this guy, but here's something I do know, and this is going to be mind-blowing for that crowd. Along with this investigation, if you want to, I'm sure Chris Tyson was investigated as well. There's been no arrests. Yeah. There's been no arrests. Yeah. So if he's not even arrestable, how criminally culpable can MrBEAST be? Because most of this stuff is, I'm not saying this guy didn't do anything unacceptable. I'm not saying this guy is a creep. I'm not saying I'd leave him alone with my kids. But here's the thing. The FBI can get involved with this anytime they like, and they love going after celebrities that gets them promoted. There's another way to look at it. There's nothing here that reaches the level of criminality. Now, if you don't like MrBEAST and you don't like the way he handled this and you think he looked the other way, okay, sure. I'm not going to argue with you. And if you want to come to the conclusion like you did, Leader, he did it. There's no way he couldn't have known. I'm kind of with you to some extent, But
I wouldn't come off quite as strong as that. I'm just saying that from my recollection of it, because this was ages ago when this happened, it just comes off as like it was. Part of it was that Chris came out as trans.
How could he not know? Well, the trans stuff, you can't say somebody's creep just because they're trans. I don't even agree with that. But there was more going on here, and it is a little tough.
Yeah, it was.
How did they not know that this guy probably isn't a good guy to be a children's entertainer?
Yeah, that's
I also remember the same crowd that's going after him so hard because they hate the fact that he's a successful capitalist. We're also defending her early on. And we got it a week right after Dr. Disrespect. And they were like, oh, how can you throw her? Like they're all protecting her, but throwing Doc under the bus. And this could and this one's just as big a creep, if not worse.
Yeah. It's just the whole thing is I'm with you, Tommy.
But I tell you something. It doesn't mean if he did look away. Right? If he did look, it's clearly not to the point. Especially we're 3-4 months in. To criminality. There's no criminality here. Bad judgment, looking the other way. Maybe he looked the other way because he fucking loved his friend. That's not an excuse. You still, got a business to run and you're still going to be held accountable. But it's an explanation why I see this all the time with mothers. Their kids can't do anything wrong. We've all seen this, right? People you love, you make excuses for.
Well, I would say you can even make excuses.
And sometimes people make excuses. I've seen serial killers. They got the DNA on the girl, everything, and the mom. He didn't do it. No, but nothing could tell mom that her kid's a serial killer, right? So this could be a microcosm of that. And that might not be. If you said to me, all right, if Leader goes, that's completely unacceptable. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with you there either. But it definitely is an explanation. That's all I can come up with. I don't believe this guy's in this area. I don't know about the crypto. I don't think there's any criminality here. I think this is a company that started by a bunch of kids that grew into something that nobody ever expected to be, and it went through growing pains. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
Because most of the stuff that came out after Dawson's first video has been just crap. And now we're getting to the point where they're just lying. Here's the thing. Like, he comes out and he says, like, let me read this again. Allegations of sexual misconduct, e.g. pedophilia, grooming, child pornography, between company employees and Myers is without basis. The allegations were soundly rejected, including by the victims. And we have one victim here that did at least reject the grooming part. So that's
also, Tommy, to butt in.
Yeah, sure.
Dogpack did tweet about it.
And what did he say? Oh, so let me see this. I'm dying to see this. It's all lies. Yeah. See, I don't know. That guy.
It's the most recent thing.
Are we reading this? Dog, look, 3-month investigation, only 2 pages. So. Care to elaborate how you didn't know how you hired RSO? That's who's RSO?
Registered sex offender.
Registered offender said we know how he's hired because that's a video. So he's continuing. He knows about this. So he's continuing to lie. He's continuing to lie. Here's what they did. They went in a Best Buy or a Target or something like that, and they said you, and you. And from what I understand, when they found out the guy was a sex offender, they tossed him. It was a bad idea for a video because they really hired those people. They did because they didn't hire him. The video's fake. And they fired him as soon as they found out. And as we found out, like through Connor before, so he knows about this right here. He knows about this. He's not a reliable narrator. He's more than proven. Care to elaborate on several isolated incidents of workplace harassment and misconduct? Well, then you'd have to give up all the people that got harassed. Hey, Dogpack, you're the investigator. You find this shit. It's your job. And the problem is you fucked up so many parts of this that it wouldn't matter if you found him slaughtering babies and selling them on the open market. No one would believe you. If you had the leg of the baby, that's your fault. The RSO one and all this stuff, like, because the real reason they're mad at him is he's successful. But the problem is sweepstakes violation, illegal lotteries, he faked videos, all that stuff. Nobody gives a shit unless you're like one of those anti-capitalist weirdos. Nobody cares. And then it goes down culture lines. Nobody cares about that. They care about if kids are being abused or we have a bunch of children's entertainers that are kids. And it doesn't look like it's true. How do I know that? I know that from Dogpack screwing up the cases.
Look, criminality.
Yeah, like, wait, they hired Delaware in a publicly stunt video. No wonder they didn't know who RS was. That's it. It's the video still up. The video's still up. I bet they never did that video again. They were honestly, yeah. You know what? I gotta be honest. If I was there, I'm sure they wouldn't have listened to me either. I'd say, hey, Jimmy, what if one of these guys is a creeper or an ex-con? I worked at Best Buy. So there's usually at least one there. But they're a bunch of fucking kids. Nobody thinks like that, but old people like me. Me and Xylee think that way because we worked at Best Buy and we know there's like creepers there, you know? So there you go. It's what Dogpack did is he made this case, which, I mean, really was just your standard, you're a lousy YouTuber video, which may have been legit. And he turned it into a quite literal federal case that doesn't exist. That's what happened here. He turned this into elastic because you know what? Lottery, fake videos, all that shit, that doesn't get people going. They just assume corporations are doing that anyway. Lying to children, that's another one I heard. He lied to children. Well, yeah, the cereal companies lied to me. I thought I was getting a fucking Zaxxon machine. Turns out they fooled me. We all put up with a certain amount of corporate bullshit out there. Nobody goes to jail for it. And nobody even gets as much shit as MrBEAST has. If you actually gave him shit for doing all the shit that Amazon, Sherwin-Williams, Google, name your fucking company. Name your company. If we actually, we would actually having a double standard for MrBEAST. Hand this investigation to an actual journalist. I got news for you. First of all, there's no such thing as journalism there, a lay star. I got news for you. No one would touch this if they're a journalist, because if they come up with the same results, they're going to say they're lying too. There's so much heat against MrBEAST, no one would ever dare take this on. The only one dumb enough to take this on are me, because I don't care about my growth, apparently. I hate myself, and I want to die.
Hey, you're not supposed to wish death on anybody, Tommy.
I
Not
can wish
even
death on
yourself.
myself. Lava's statement after the Discord leaks, if you're interested. He did state he did consider himself a victim after this came out. I say, thank you, Beckett. All right, thanks.
By the way, it's okay, Tommy. We all wish the same on you, and we hate your life.
I have leaks that are nearly damning everyone who thought it would be. There are a few individuals in the leaks who deserve to be investigated. One of them is named Milk, who is an IRL friend of Chris, the same age as them. I'm Brian Freak, grew to despise. I'm sure you agree. All right, so at one point I want to say, I was an edgy Gmod kid, blah, blah, blah. No.
This is from July.
Yeah. So he's like, again, I'm stating personally that I'm not a victim. Wait a minute. What did you say, Beckett? Lava's statement in the Discord, if you leaks it, he did consider himself a victim even after these came out. So, oh, wait a minute. He said he didn't consider himself a victim. So that guy lied. Thank you, Beckett. Oh, okay, I got it. I'm a dyslexic moron, Beckett. No, I'm retarded. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you did fuck it up. Okay. No, like, I'm retarded. Thank you, Beckett. No, he didn't. So now it's consistent. That guy's full of shit. See, like, this is like a great example of, like, one of the reasons we went after Alex back in the Dizzy, Mama Max as of recently in the last 12 months, one of the reasons we did all this stuff is because what happens is it fucks up the real shit. One of the things I got so upset at Mama Max, you screw things up for real victims, and he has. And if this guy's doing anything wrong, it's like, adults don't believe it. I'm an adult. The people that write back, yeah, you're a groomer, aren't. And nobody cares. So maybe, like, if MrBEAST got away with a crime, thank Dogpack.
I think originally Dogpack had some good points inside of his original video. One, like, MrBEAST is like faking. He's giving the rewards of his videos go just to his friends. That's actually really a powerful statement in there. But it's like everything he says is just like encased in this like wall of I would just say it puts so much lies in between, like the grains.
Nobody gives a shit if he faked the video. They care if he is a groomer or a pedophile. And when he realized that this stuff wasn't going to say that he had to raise the stakes, he raised the stakes. He's probably so much money coming in, and he thought to himself, if he sues me, I'll be able to handle it.
Well, you got to turn it into a sideshow, baby. That's how you make the money.
Oh, let me put Beckett in. Thank you, leader. Good call, by the way. Let's put Beckett in. Beckett, you made me look stupid. I'm mad at you. What do you got, man?
Oh, fuck. No, I mean, I saw this shit come out. It's interesting. I think I've had the general stance that MrBEAST runs a media company like a media company isn't a story. That's just like, where's the outrage against Hollywood, Netflix, every other media company that does exactly the same fucking shit.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I think the most interesting part about it is kind of the responses to harassment stuff that's been part of the internal investigation, because we know that there's going to be PR spin to this. And one thing that I think's kind of been glossed over or maybe forgotten, it has been months, is the initial statement which we saw from like Chris Tyson's wife was that Chris never knew the age of Lava. And both Nathan and Lava push back on that. It's in the Discord logs as well. They're all stating their ages. So, like, I don't think there's anything like that you could pin and go, that's criminal. And I think I've said consistently, even if you suspect MrBEAST knew, no one seems to have hard evidence of that. I just think they want MrBEAST in prison because Dogpack got fired for buying an Apple Pro. Like,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If he did know, is it illegal and maybe at worst unethical? I mean, nobody even thinks of this. Like, nobody would ever get charged for that. Look, we used to have this guy on. He was kind of the shot from the point lawyer. He basically told me the DAs only charge when it's in their interest, and they don't charge when it's in their interest, and it's that simple. Especially a big part. That's it. It's just a big black pill. So people get away with little shit all the time. Like if it's like this, I'm a DA. I got a million fucking things to go. I got a million cases through. I could shed some of them. Some of them aren't a big deal. If I let this particular one go, I will lose my job. I'll lose my election. I'll get thrown out. I'm doing that one. Oh, MrBEAST has done something wrong. I could get on television, raise my profile, and then run for office. I'm doing that one. It's that simple, and people get away with shit all the time. There's just these children think being out in the real world is like GTA. Like, he's got 1 star. Send the police after him. I mean, like, they really think that. It's, like, amazing to me. I've seen charges get dropped for people, like, I don't know how many times. And, that's another thing. Like, none of these guys have been in legal systems. I've been arrested. Like, I have some fucking idea how things work. And they have none.
Have you seen what the actual, like, because again, Lava's clearly not coming out with a complaint. Have you seen the sort of complaints that are coming out from, like, Trey, whatever his name is?
No, I haven't.
One of the other.
You want to fill us in?
Okay. Yeah, because firstly, like, for all these claims that came out from some of the Dogpack crowd of like, well, you guys are attacking Dogpack to sweep for Chris Tyson. Sure. The only person I have seen sweep for Chris Tyson is Trey, who said in a recent interview that he wanted to keep the focus on MrBEAST's company and not on Chris Tyson because there were lots of transphobes who were using that to go after trans people. So he specifically said he wanted to keep the conversation away.
Gotcha.
And then he tells this story about how he's fired. Now, it comes across to me that, he just couldn't cut it in the industry. He basically said to MrBEAST, I want my weekends. I want to work 40 hours a week. And I'm like, you're in the media. You're in media.
And a new company, Armstar, you got to be like living that job. If you work for MrBEAST, like, he's a workaholic. He probably expects you to be a workaholic. If you're going to be close to him, you got to work like him. Like, insane sacrifice, Christmas. Like, I know all that shit. But, like, none of these guys, the problem is, I don't know how they didn't realize it. They weren't hired. I mean, Tim Pool's going through this right now. He just fired a bunch of guys because they weren't as hungry as he was. And I got news for Tim. You're not going to find too many people unless it's their own thing, because YouTube is for you and you can start your own thing at any time. You're not going to be able to, it's going to be tough to keep competent people.
Yeah. And I mean, again, not every, I think a lot of CEOs are going to have this with companies where they're like, well, I'm giving someone a paycheck and they don't really understand that it's not quite their vision. But one thing that really struck me, Trey says at the near the end of the interview, he's like, MrBEAST had the fucking audacity to phone me after I'd been fired to ask if I was okay. And I was like, what do you mean the audacity? Your ex-employer phoned you to be like, I'm really sorry that didn't work out. Are you okay, man? Like, that's insane.
Let me twist that around a little bit. Let's say things changed a little bit. I worked with MrBEAST every day, and then he fired me, and he didn't even call to say goodbye to check if I was okay. I mean, it could be, oh, that's terrible. That could be twisted too. Like, I mean, we're dealing with a bunch of non-grown-ups, and then clearly MrBEAST is hiring non-grown-ups. I got to be honest with you.
Had real jobs.
When I hear toxic work environment, as somebody who spent like 10 years in the Army, like, all I think is people just trying to get out of work. That's the first thing. I mean, I'm sure there's such thing. I worked with bad people in a bad situation like that. There are people who are all out to screw with each other. That's actually the real toxic environment where everybody's trying to get everybody fired. I've been in that environment before too. But here's the thing. Work sucks. It sucks. It's fun for the people running it. It's not fun for you.
Yeah, I just haven't seen anything surprising about MrBEAST's company. Like,
nothing.
Again,
there's nothing unique about it.
Things that you can like go. You can have problems with it, and like there's always going to be aggrieved employees. Is that enough to take a company down? I just
sure. And it's like I mentioned before. Like, we're making an example of MrBEAST right now. All the other companies have been Netflix, fucking Google. They all do the same shit. If we're going to hold MrBEAST accountable, we're literally having a double standard because we don't hold anybody else to this standard besides influencers. Successful ones.
And all of those companies kind of project the same image of like, we're fun, we have a good work, and we love, but they're business at the end of the day. Yeah, and that's, it's parallel.
I bet it was fun until it grew. It's like anything.
Yeah.
Until you got to find, until they hired normies. And people thought
that's what happened at Google.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it was awesome to work there. Apple was awesome and turned it till it turned into the Third Reich when Steve Jobs started pitting the Mac people against the Apple IIe people or whatever the hell that was, and they started turning into a circus. And now it's all ruined by my father told me. I mean, he's a corporate guy. That he said that when, especially in the 90s, when human resources got real power, he says that was the end of it became like a dictatorship, like being in a some kind of oppressive regime all over the country. It's the worst. People want this shit.
Yeah. HR really is.
The only way to start a company that's fun is you have to do it you have to do Czech Republic or somewhere in Eastern. Because I remember when they're making Cyberpunk, because it's a small dev team, right? And they're going after all this woke horse shit, and they're like, all those guys are like, fuck off. They can afford to do it. Because if you call the Cyberpunk offices and say, you're not woke enough, they're like, we don't care. Click. We stopped doing that in the States. They're afraid of anybody calling in any amount of hate on social media. Nobody will ignore anything. So they make it suck. So that super fun environment is gone, which basically proves without a shadow of a doubt that women should never have been allowed in the workplace.
Wow.
I couldn't agree more, Tommy.
Because they ruin everything.
Let me tell you, Tommy, it's something called the longhouse, and women love to put you in the longhouse.
Yeah. Well, I tell you something else. I heard stories about Noel Bushnell, the guy who started Atari. They were smoking pot party, and there was some guy walking around in his shorts because he didn't like to wear clothes. So they said you can't be naked, but you have to put shorts on. They're like, fine. It was like a complete, and they're coming up with all this really creative stuff and all these big titles and these great arcade games. And it was a great place to want. It was a great place to work until the human resources came in and they ruined everything. And everybody went. They started Activision. They made a run. They made it suck. And then around 5 years ago, I started hearing about Nolan Bushnell. He slept with some of the employees. Like, oh yeah, because they were all adults over there and they were dating each other. And it was the 70s. Probably doing coke too. And oh yeah, you know why you work at a Carol? Your life's a drag. Thank people like this.
I kind of wonder where it goes from here, though. I don't know whether we're going to get. I wonder whether that's just it. Whether he's just like, that's the statement. Fuck off.
I think you should follow this up with massive lawsuits, and just I got to be honest with you. I would be so mad. See, I've been told the amount of money that he lost from a pretty good source, and it's big. It's big, and it starts in July. I'd make sure that Dawson, just to make an example of him, and considering the allegations he made, that he lives with his parents the rest of his life. I would put him in poverty. And I'll give you another example of that. There's a basketball player for the New Jersey Nets called Derek Coleman. He got accused of some bullshit thing, right? Do you know he turned around? He was one of the few. Most of the NBA players, when they got accused falsely, they just let the whole thing slide. Thank God it's over. I'm not going to jail, right? Well, he got arrested. You know what Derek Coleman did? He made her homeless. Did he ever get accused again? No, he didn't. He just got kicked out of basketball because he couldn't stop eating fucking cheeseburgers. He's fat ass.
Dogpack and Roseanne is like core ones, I think, because they've got such large reach. And Roseanne's been at this for ages as well, since the hide and seek thing. Mm-hmm. And the latest video that came out is just
trash,
appalling.
Well, with her, and again, with her, it's just I thought I was going to be able to parlay in this to a bigger career because she's completely content brained, and it didn't work out. So she's like a scorned woman. Like Mr. Beast might have said, we're going to get married, and then pulled the rug out from under her. It's the same type of reaction we're seeing. She reminds me of my ex-wife during my divorce. I'm not even making a joke here. That's what it reminds me of. You were supposed to give me everything, and our marriage didn't work out the way I thought to. I am going to punish you, and I'm going to take away your kids. And Rosanna Pazzino is just like, I am going to make sure everybody thinks you're a sex pest, whether it's true or not. Look, did you see the fool she made of herself on Nick's stream?
Oh, it was incredible. It was absolutely amazing. I can't understand how there's like a key part of this, and I keep talking about it, and people are going to get annoyed at me. But I don't get how you go from you need to be child friendly and spend your whole life, if you're a content creator for kids, being child friendly.
Yeah, I know.
Well, saying all that in a pink house on a cooking channel while talking about Garfield Vor. I don't. Those things don't line up.
When you're scorned woman, you will do anything to get somebody back. And by the way, I'm not being a total sexist here. Fucking Jeannie agrees with me.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, look, I think she's got a very bright career that she's launched with everyone finding out about her wiki feat. I'm very happy for her.
Wanted. Not as big as she wanted. That's you're thinking. You're doing with. But this is why Chris Rock says this. You cannot win an argument with a woman. She will beat you every time because your argument has to make sense. She's not doing things that make sense, and you're trying to make sense out of it. No, she's scorned. That's it. That's it. It's just win. She's scorned. That's the way she's behaving. I mean, God, I'll never forget this. It reminds me of funny videos. This is a personal story. I'll never forget this, right? My mom went around and told everybody what a bastard my father was for this, that, and the other thing, right? And I'll never forget this because I was watching Star Trek The Next Generation. So she said it enough where our relatives turned around and logically said, well, then fucking leave him. So they kind of put her on the spot. So she thought this was a good mood. She went to a lawyer, got paperwork, handed it to him right in front of me. I was only like, was it 89? It's only like fucking 11 or 12. Right in front of me, right? She drove all the way down to Virginia to hand him fucking divorce paperwork. And you know what he did? He signed it. And walked out of the house. My mother took me to Wendy's because they just opened up a new one and had a big spotlight. I'll never forget this. And she cried the whole way there. He said, from death to us part. and like, you just asked her for, I literally saw you asking for a divorce. I was only like 11 or 12 years old. I'm like, this is insane. Now, I thought the whole thing was going to blow over. It didn't. You know, guess what my mother did? She went in scorn mode for the next 15 years. I haven't spoken to my mother in 20 years. She's still in that mode. Both people are remarried. Everybody's happy. She's still there. Now, that's a special case. But I'm saying I've seen Rosanna Pacino's before. So, I mean, these people are fucking crazy, and the only thing that's going to stop them is if their light flashes before their eyes. You know what stopped my wife from interfering with my visitation? My visitation with my daughter? She called the police on me. The cops came, found nothing wrong, that she lied. Then I went to my lawyer, and the judge lit her up. And the next time we went to the court case, then she finally stopped. So what's going to make Dawson stop? What's going to make Rosanna Pacino stop? Let their whole careers flashing in front of their eyes. Because if you start to realize, like, I'm going to get sued, I'll win this lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you're also going to be spending $100,000, maybe $2,000, even if you lose, even if you win. And what are the odds of you winning? Anything.
Well, so, I think it's interesting as well who did the investigation. A lot of people are going, oh, well, you know, we've investigated ourselves. Well, MrBEAST has been investigated by, like, what, one of the largest, most prestigious law firms on the planet?
Sure.
Like,
I suppose. I don't put much value to that. I respect people's skepticism for that.
Well, no, what I mean is it's not about the skepticism of it. That should be a sign of how seriously Jimmy's taking it.
Oh, I'm sure.
The fact that he's retained these people, like, he is prepared to put this kind of money out. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't expect them to come out for their client and be like, yeah, he's guilty, actually. We're going to remove
exactly.
Shitty law firm there.
I'd be very surprised.
But here's another thing. Like, if they found something criminal, if they covered it up, they'd be putting themselves, like, an investigator doesn't give a shit about the company he works for. If he finds something criminal, he's going to come up and say, well, hide that because this is a really big client. Fuck you, I'm not going to jail.
Yeah, like what? You know, like their logic, their rationale is like, well, they're hiding stuff just to own the trolls, just to own the haters, and try to make us look bad. And it's like, it's like the divorce thing. It's like they are upset because the company called their bluff and did exactly what they fucking asked for. Yeah, and that just infuriates them because they did what they asked for,
and they got it,
and they didn't. And they got it, and now they have to stew on it. They have to deal with it.
Now they're lying. Now they're going around saying that guy said he was a victim and said he was groomed when he didn't.
Like, well, the Scorned woman.
Yeah. Dogpack did this like really early on. Before his second video, he said, MrBEAST, you have to get rid of Chris Tyson or I'll release the second video. Chris Tyson gets fired. Chris Tyson has been removed from the company. Dogpack still drops the second video because just again, you can't trust Dawson to do anything because he'll just do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
and it's got no
thing. And then look, he immediately responded to that. He didn't come up with the most point out this investigation. They maybe targeted me. So he either believes one of two things. He'll beat it. He'll be able to raise the money and win, or he's fucking stupid. What are the odds of fucking the latter being the most the most likely? He's just fucking stupid. We've seen it on YouTube a million times. We've seen guys like Mama Max. We've seen who was that other jackass back in 2019? That's what it is. These guys have big followings and everybody's like, and they're dumb. They're dumb. They're stupid guys that haven't lived a day in their life because they have a worldview that is like, we all have worldviews that are not 100% accurate. Every single one of us, right? Some are more accurate than others. And there's these other people that are in fucking left field. You know, they show up to play football with a lacrosse stick. And that's what Dawson is. All right. Anything else you want to finish? Thanks for the call.
No, my pleasure. It's nice.
It's cool. I know you and you guys followed it more. I don't think it's over. I don't think it'll ever be over, to be honest with you. I think this is like a Trump thing. I think we'll be hearing this 5 years.
Yeah, I think 5 more years. 5 more years of Dogpack and Roseanne. I can't fucking wait.
I don't think it'll be them. No, somebody will pick it. No, when they pick them off, if they sue one of them, because I think, I don't think you only have to sue one. I think I would just sue him, right? And it would be for an obscene amount of money, like something that would just bankrupt him. And I think she'd back off. And if she didn't back off, then
maybe. But I imagine MrBEAST is pretty pissed at It depends. It depends how Jimmy feels. I don't know the guy. I've never spoken to the guy. I've never even really watched. I've only watched MrBEAST content in reference to this drama.
I only watch it when my son's in the room when he happens to be watching this shit. You know. And by the way, I'm not like telling him not to watch it. I don't care. Like, she's not on any of the videos that he's on, and when she wasn't doing anything inappropriate anyway. What do I care? You know, it'd be like telling him. By the way, I think Michael Jackson molested kids. I still love the Jackson 5. You know, I'm not stopping like real normies, people with kids like me. They don't give a shit unless he's killing kids.
I think it's like the last thing I can see that's remaining that might do some damage to him is the crypto stuff. But I'll be completely honest with you. Well, neither do I. I've got no fucking idea. We'll see what happens with Copyzilla. But at the same time, you're talking about a content creator that's so massive.
Yeah.
And this is always going to be the problem. He's a huge content creator. Let's say he has done something wrong with crypto. So have multiple other content creators been exposed by Coffeezilla, and nothing's happened to them.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. But none of them made $12 million, and that's big money, and that gets the SEC's attention. That's the thing they're really good. Now, we've seen what was it? Mr. IRL streamer there, Ice Beside. He basically told people it was a rug. He told fucking Coffeezilla it was a rug pull, and he was very confident that nothing was going to happen, and it didn't. You know, I mean, basically told him, he was like, "Yeah, you're right. It's a big fucking scam." Guess what? No one's going to do shit. They didn't. But I'm sure he didn't make $100 million or $10 million. $10 million is serious money. You know.
I'll tell you what I do think might happen, and there is a genuine chance of this. Because do you remember when the PewDiePie stuff happened and the Disney contract fell through?
Yeah.
And it kind of made corporations really worried about working with YouTubers.
Sure.
Again, Jimmy was the test case for this.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna knock back stuff like that. You might even see some platform changes. It's really difficult to know.
That's a really good point.
Because
I think if they make platform changes, though, they'll do it for the YouTube royalty types. I don't think they'll do it. You could be wrong, or it could be something done for them that affects us. You know, more than
it all filters down. I can imagine it's going to start being a lot more picky about hiring people as well. Because generally, even big channels will be like, "Hey, do I have an editor in the audience or on Twitter? Show me your work." I think
those days are over. You could do it at this level, but you can't do it at their level.
Yeah.
And what are the odds? How do you tell these kids? These kids are making all this money, and they're like, "We need an editor." Yeah, let's just do a stream and see if we can pick up an editor. No one's going to tell them that's a really stupid way to do this because of A, B, and C. Because all they got to do is they got to pull a This is why I could never say anything to Keemstar about lolcow. He was more successful. So what am I going to say? He had no problem doing that. Listen, Tommy, I've done this. You haven't done this. I know I'm right. And then Jimmy could easily pull that card. Or people would be afraid to say anything because how do you tell the most successful YouTuber of all time, the guy who actually surpassed PewDiePie, who looked unsurpassable, anything about YouTube? How?
Dawson's view was that he was going to come in and fix the company. He says this. He says that on Reddit. But anyway,
he is an autistic retard. I mean, he is retarded. It's objectively true. That guy's got either a low IQ or he's just. It just. I have no idea what the fuck's wrong with that guy. I mean, and if somebody came out and said that guy's been doing fucking drugs of some kind, I would not be a bit surprised. His look. He looks like a weirdo. I mean, he acts like a weirdo at work. We know that's true.
Oh, we know that he's done drugs. He does DMT and stuff. He talks about it on Reddit.
Oh, does he? Shocking! Yeah. I never would have thought that coming.
He posts about like going on like spirit visions with aliens.
So his mind's mush.
Wait, I get it. No, I get it now. So he heard about the MrBEAST stuff, and the DMT machine elves told him in a vision. That's what it is. Fucking dude. I agree.
This guy was on a hoverboard with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy's just talking sense like Joe Rogan. I get it now.
Yeah, listen, psychedelics have Connecticut. Yeah, whatever.
He's probably sat in Roseanne's house going, "The walls are pink. Am I high again? This feels like a trip." Jesus fuck.
No. Actually, he looked like he had his hand in his penis when he's looking at that CP that didn't turn out to be CP. That's what it looked like to me. His big bug eyes looking at them. Yeah, this is really disturbing. That's what it looked like to me. This is outrageous. I almost saw the drool come out of his mouth.
Every fucking time I hear about one of these guys, and then you find in the story, I'm just like vindicated.
Robot again.
Robot AC. Beckett, I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for calling and helping us out. We really appreciate it. And you get congratulations. You are officially a known. Oh fuck! He left. He missed known fuckhead. Fuck him. Don't give that guy known fuckhead everywhere. He clicked out of here. Let's take leave.
Okay. So hold on 1 second before we go to the next caller. Somebody just sent me a question they wanted me to ask you.
Okay.
What do you think? Like, if you could predict the future or whatnot, what do you think Rosanna and Dogpack's next moves are?
Oh, I think it's simple. They're going to attack the people that cleared them. They're going to attack the company, and they're going to attack that guy Lava and say he's a liar. Yeah, we've seen this before. Who did that? I can't remember the case. I can't remember the case, but and I've seen YouTubers use a particular thing. Thanks so much, Musty. Heads or tails, $50. You're a good man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We've seen this before. When somebody, if there's a narrative out there, like MrBEAST is a criminal, he's a bad guy, he's got to go, okay? And somebody comes out and says, that's not exactly true, and that person has been used to attack, that person becomes the attackee then. So yeah, I think they'll do that, sure.
Okay. How long do you think they'll bark since Jimmy's not biting? Are they just going to do it until he does,
yes,
you think?
Until he bites.
Okay. And then, final question is, if they keep spreading falsehood, do you think Beast Inc. will sue?
I have some inside information on that, and I'm not sure. I'll tell you, I could tell you this, they don't want to. But this may have been the thing is, I'm thinking, for the information that I have, this might be the obstacle. Oh God, yeah. Tommy's going to beat AC for roboting. It's not.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll beat you. I even switched the server, for Christ's sakes.
He's already beating
just
me.
For you.
I should beat you. All right, who's next? Quack? Leah something?
Yeah, Quack is next. Now I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Quack, go ahead. You're on the air.
Way. Hello. Fucking hell. I'm reading everything. I'm like absolutely fiending like a fucking crackhead.
Oh, I got a huge donation. I got to interrupt you because I got a huge donation coming in. Make the call for you. Did a coin flip to double that 50. Winner chicken dinner. Thanks so much, musty guy.
Was it Ed's?
What's
I
that?
said it was Ed's, didn't I?
$100 right there.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's very nice of you. I do appreciate it.
We got a #1 victory royale.
All right, go ahead, Quack. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but those kind of things I gotta call out.
Yeah. Thing is, right? Everyone thinks it's black and white, that he's just gonna get fucking gone easily, and it's all fucking like just one thing. Like nobody expects it to be more than it actually is, because nobody fucking knows shit.
If they get him on something, it's probably not going to be anything that what's his name went after him, and maybe the crypto stuff. That's another thing too. Like Jeannie, that question you asked me before, maybe they just like if there's some if the crypto thing, the story has some legs, and it appears it might. Maybe they just become all crypto experts. Would you put that past a YouTuber? I wouldn't. You know.
People care too much.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know.
I know.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Hilarious.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I think they'll just make a bunch of videos until they get no more views, which they probably will do. I mean, nobody knew the fucking people until.
Well, you know what the thing is. My only other experience with this is the anti-O's. The only thing that'll get them is if he makes if there's boring videos.
Well, to be fair, the videos are pretty boring. I'm fucking sleeping.
Well, yeah, if you like, yeah, that's it. That's kind of what ended up happening. Like nothing. Like I actually, when I ruined the second, I started a channel just basically off the back of the anti-O's, right? And then I did it because I have integrity. When I came out, and I forget exactly the situation. And I said, guys, I don't think there's anything here. I don't think he'll ever be charged. And my entire time, that was the end of the channel. And it was told, I knew you're one of those people that protected pedophiles. And guess what? He never got charged with shit. And I was right.
Well, yeah, none of them do. People expect it all to fucking, be done and dusted. It fucking won't be. I mean, Lionmaker only got, 5 years? Absolutely.
I don't think he even did. I think, he got it in Belgium. And they don't nobody does hard time here in Europe. You kill your wife, you only do a decade.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, nobody does hard time in Europe. You gotta you know how you do hard time in Europe? You do something political, like if you're the IRA. The IRA, like if Ireland catches you and you're in the IRA and you killed people, you're going to jail the rest of your life. That's it. Yeah. So if it's political, like I tell you, that guy in Norway that killed all those fucking kids, he's never getting out because it was seen as political. That's the only way you do life in prison in Europe. Is if it's like political.
Here. The only people that get arrested are if they fucking oppose the South Park stabbings and shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, like
they all fucking do that.
I grew up in New Jersey. It's crime fucking central. The only guys that ever did more than 10 years were guys that got in fucking paper. If it was just a blurb, you're good. If you got a whole series of investigation from Channel 4, then you're fucked. Otherwise, if you killed somebody, you probably only do 10 years. If you killed a bunch of people or you were a serial killer or something like that. But if you shot some guy over money in Irvington, you're doing 10.
Well, see, they can't put these guys in jail for 10 years, so they're going to make videos for 10 years.
That's 30 years ago. So,
what's the only thing that gets the money? Dogpile lost.
Yeah, because I was going to say, what did he do before this? What the fuck did these people have?
He worked for MrBEAST. He worked for MrBEAST and got shit canned for something anybody would have got shit canned for.
Him to make like Coco Melon acid fucking rain thumbnails with all shitty colors and everything. He had the entire PowerPoint. They leaked the video.
He ruined his dream. He's a scorned woman too. You know.
Well, it fucking feels like it because he thought he'd get more money than he actually got.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been making good money since July. I guarantee you that.
Oh no, he probably has, but it'll go eventually.
Oh yeah, he'll go match what it is eventually. He'll go match what it is, but I think Bennett's right. You could probably see some stuff trickle down, some changes would be made after this. But I mean, I don't know what YouTube can do because it's all like in-house in a private company. Like, what could they do? They can't. Like, if you start a company,
they can't do anything.
Google can have a say in your company. I don't know.
Yeah, that Herbert thing, they can't do anything about it unless they get sued for it. Which they won't be.
All right, Quack. I'll talk to you later. Leah, something's gone. Bye. It's Leah something or Keith. Take care, Quack. It's Leah something or Keith. Leah something. You want to come back? Did I miss you? Otherwise, I got to take Keaton. Hey, Keaton, you like MrBEAST? No, she just came back. Keaton?
Have you checked Waffle Pone?
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Check Waffle Pone. I sent it in.
All right, thanks. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's Leah something. You're on the air. Waffle Pone.
Hello. I didn't hear a single word he said. Damn,
it's a long story.
That's how I must have sounded when I was roboting.
Yeah, you should check out Waffle Pone. Yeah, 15 years ago.
You should check out Waffle Pone. Oi,
where's Leah? Oh, Leah's gone already.
Leah's gone. I guess her mic wasn't working. Maybe. I don't know, dude. I just don't get these people.
Hey, Waffle Pone sucks. Keaton.
Go to Waffle Pone's stream.
It sucks. Yeah, that show sucks. It's fake. Do you know it's fake?
Go to Waffle Pone.
No.
Waffle Pone.
No.
What did I come back to?
I don't want to, Keaton. You can't tell me what. You can't tell me what to do. I don't want to go to Waffle Pone.
I guess he can't tell you what to do. He's
no,
just
you can't.
Silent.
Please.
It's not allowed. Don't tell me what to do, Keaton. It's my show. I want to act like those guys that kicked him out of his last Discord. What was that guy that kicked you out of the Discord, Keaton? What was his name?
I don't
know. Funny Guy 9000.
Funny Guy 9000?
Yeah.
You got kicked out of that community. You got kicked out of that community, didn't you?
The Funny Guy 9000?
You should see this guy.
I heard that guy's
we really could do a
funny. I heard that guy is funny.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I have a question.
What?
Someone says, I don't know. I think Tommy needs to check it out. Waffle Pone in the chat in general.
Yeah, well, they can't tell me what to do either.
Are you speaking English?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna watch.
AC hasn't been prepped.
What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you think of MrBEAST, Keaton?
It's awesome, in my opinion.
He's awesome. What do you think about the allegations?
Good.
What? What do you think about the allegations against him?
It's good.
It's good.
Me too. Good.
Search Waffle Pone on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Thank you later, Keaton. Bye-bye. Let's try Leah, for Christ's sakes. The Waffle Pone!
Get that man a Feastable.
Come on in, Matt, if you want. Leah something, you're on the air.
Hey.
Welcome
Y'all
back.
hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want to watch Waffle Pone?
I don't know why
us?
Discord's not working.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is that?
Forget it. Just go ahead.
Oh, okay. Like this Rosanna person has no idea how corporate structure works.
Oh,
she has no idea.
Sure, because
her response.
It's probably because she's been doing this so long, so she thinks everything works like it does in her stupid company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her response tells me where she says, if your own paid internal investigation leads to a new CEO and finds workplace harassment and misconduct as well as multiple findings, that is insane. Like, does she not realize that all internal investigations are run by the HR department?
You know what? I'll give you this. There's a possibility she does know and doesn't care. How about that? Maybe she's just being bad faith.
Maybe it's that. Maybe you're right, Tommy.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm giving her too much charitability.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like I noticed, like back in like Gamergate days, people would be like, do you really believe it's rape when a guy looks at a girl wrong? Are you kidding me? And they get lost in the sauce of the fucking crazy allegation. Like they fall for the red herring, so to speak. So if you ask me, it's probably a big red herring. She doesn't believe it. She just cares about women. I'm sorry. She just cares about herself.
She only cares about herself. As an Italian woman, I'm embarrassed. Like Jesus. We had Keffels. Yeah. We had Leroy something. We had Keffels, and now it's Rosanna, and it's just like, my gosh.
Well, Rosanna is a girl.
This is poorly. Our culture is poorly represented.
Italian women are wonderful. I love
Rosanna's
watching.
A girl, and she
I
cares
love watching
about
them
women.
shave between their eyebrows. It's so hot.
Oh my God.
I love it when a girl has more hair on her forearms and have a head. It's a wonderful thing.
But yeah,
well, she can crazy. Cook. That's pretty Italian.
Yeah, and you know what? You can stick all your Velcro to her, and it'll stay there.
AC. Man, AC, I'm glad you're back.
I almost married an Italian girl. You. I was engaged to an Italian girl.
Well, you're from Jersey, so
yeah, I know. I had no other choice. I had that or one Polak, so I took the Italian girl.
How many Polacks does it take to marry Tommy C?
What do you want there, Matt Pitt?
Yo, Tommy. Have you heard of this thing called waffle pone? Like, I
don't know. Waffle pone. He just kills me and tells me what to watch. The waffle pone. Don't be doing this MrBEAST stuff. Watch waffle pone. Waffle pone stream.
What do you think about the MrBEAST allegations? It's good.
Good.
It's good.
Good. But you should Google waffle pone.
Actually, I think it's time. Leah, thanks so much for your call. I appreciate it. And
You're
Italian
welcome.
women are
Thank
wonderful. You. I like Italian American women, and I like Italian women. So they're all the best.
Thank you.
All right. All the best. Take care. Whoops, I moved Matt by accident. All right. I want to do this.
Waffle Pone's live right now, Tommy. He's literally live right now.
Stop. Some guy made a separate thumbnail if we do a separate stream of the video. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The YouTube slop. Oh, yeah. My belt is too tight. I gotta. Oh, God. Get some.
Yeah, because you're. Yeah, for the first time, he's in jeans.
I'm a fat fuck. Oh, you noticed I was in jeans? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first things I noticed with your new lighting setup is it prominently highlighted your great big beer gut.
Super.
It's wonderful. You should stand up in front of the camera in a profile again.
I have. I don't care. I've been open. I've been hiding how fat I am since 2019, so I don't care anymore. Let's.
You remember when Waffle Pone did that video about the freak out where they
What?
Tommy, I just got forwarded a tweet that is related to the MrBEAST stuff.
Is it from Waffle Pone?
You might like. No, unfortunately, it's not from Waffle Pone.
This is Waffle Pone. Here we go. Oh, it's Rosanna. Yeah, I think she just read this to us.
Rosanna's tweets out, I just watched Waffle Pone.
As you know, a lot has been going on this month. Over the past few weeks, I've spoken to 200 Beast contestants. More than 50 current and former employers, as well as other people, are hurt or harassed by more companies. Something tells me that's a bunch of horse shit. These conversations and all of your support have truly changed me to the core. It doesn't make sense if, well, I guess if somebody's lying, I guess. I will not and cannot be the same person I was before. I can't remember if I've ever talked about it, but I graduated college with a bachelor's degree in communication. Big deal.
Emphasis in journalism.
That is the losers. You know why? You want to know why? Because that's my major. That's the losers' major. Emphasis in journalism.
Emphasis in journalism. Ah, shit. I don't know if we can
Telling
go after
people
this
stories
person.
have always been my vocation. No, you're an egomaniac and think you can do anything and not know anything. Typical American attitude.
I love it. I'm a storyteller. I tell people stories.
Yeah, I'll say.
Emphasis in journalism.
Emphasis in journalism. Yeah, I had to. That's literally communications is the loser's degree. It's for losers like me, and you're a loser too. Thank God you're good looking. Maybe you can make a fucking ham sandwich.
Hey, I got a degree in talking to people.
Public communications.
Yeah, what do people like you that go for their masters think of communications majors, Jeannie?
I honestly fucking hate them. There's a girl who's going for a master's now.
Yeah.
Who did fucking public communications,
and
she won't shut the fuck up. They're horrible.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Oh, she said she didn't do it until she's in her fucking 50s right now. She's
I know about her. You've been telling me about her. Yeah.
Yeah, she fucking annoys the shit.
I majored in waffle
for a week, and I'm getting prepped.
Jesus Christ. What an idiot. Buddy. And what did this, let's see, fun attendant. This woman is bragging about a degree she earned by going to class. Everyone would clap. Yeah, I know. You know what's funny about this? Does a journalist go into Nicholas Diorio's chat and just accuse him of being a pedo supporter? Because that's what you did. Is that where that communications degree led you? Make a jackass of yourself in Diorio's stream? Unbelievable.
It's a prestigious field, Tommy.
All right, I want to show you guys this. We're doing Dark Viper now. I don't know how much we're gonna do with this.
Drank.
Drank.
Stop it. I can't even fucking. Let's see. Dark Viper. Did you put in his main channel?
Yeah, because he no longer uses his you're just right there. There you go.
Yeah, I got it. But here's the thing: I want you to look at the thumbnail. What have I accused him of before? He turns every criticism of him into a crime. And what is Willie wearing? Yeah. A fucking orange jumpsuit. That's so funny to me.
He's got liar tattooed on his face.
And he's guilty of fraud, apparently. I don't know.
Fraud.
This is the charge.
Attacking creators. Yeah, this guy could take criticism.
Part 1? Are you this is part 1.
And I want to make great. I want to
part 1 of 25.
Yeah, I want to point out communications, the nature they tell dumb athletes to do. Exactly. And what am I gonna do? I don't know how to play ball, coach. Don't worry, we'll get you a communications degree. All right, let's look at this. I also want to keep in mind before, like, he's the one. He actually said that he trusted Willie to do a video on him the most. So let's take.
Not anymore. Yeah. He's a liar.
You guys, for a second.
Let's see this. Here we go.
Can I vent to you guys for a second? Telling you a long story that most of you won't care about, and that the most of the world should not care about anyway. So, where to begin? Like, the story is almost impossible to tell. Which is why it hasn't been told.
No story is impossible to tell. Not one.
So like 7 months ago, I took down this video from this guy named Chud Logic, right? And I explained the whole story in this 45-minute video. I think it's pretty good. There were details in that at the time, even I didn't know. So basically, the story of Chud Logic is...
So basically, the story of Waffle Phone.
There was a dude in my chat spamming, you should debate Chud Logic, you should debate Chud Logic, you should debate Chud Logic. I don't know who this is. I'm obviously not going to debate anyone. And it turned out that I talked to this person because the viewer said that I should talk to this person. So I was like, hey, one of my viewers wants me to debate you on stuff because you were asking about it or something. And so we had a back and forward here where he asked me about whether I think what kind of reaction content he does is permissible, justifiable morally. He says he accepts, of course, that reaction content is bad in the way that I described, because it's obviously true if you've gone through my work. But so I've spent, a couple of paragraphs here explicitly explaining to him why what he does is not something that I consider okay. I had forgotten about this. Oh, okay, this happened November 2022. So I explicitly said to Chud Logic, what you do isn't okay, and I do not give you permission to react to my content. Still then later, he reacts to one of my videos because he thinks it's going to be funny. Not for any legitimate reason.
No, because he thinks it's illegal, and we go under American law on YouTube.
Yes. This guy
commentary,
is fucking
and he's insufferable. Yeah.
He has no idea what he's talking about the entire video.
I made a video.
In fact, the thumbnail of the video looks like this: raped by Jack. The premise of this video apparently was to answer the question as to whether or not Jack's films personally sexually assaulted me. You can probably understand that.
How can you read that with a straight face?
Like, when you're an insufferable cunt that thinks they're important. That's how.
How can you, like, not even he takes himself so fucking
I know, it's
seriously.
Ridiculous, and he's just so a GTA gamer. It is so funny. And you know what the best part about this is? He's going to turn his channel into a drama channel and fucking kill, because eventually, if he makes enough of these videos and one of them go fucking sideways, now he's in our game, and he's not good at our game. It was okay when he had a second channel where he could afford to fuck it up. Now he's put it in his main. If anything, he's going to fuck himself. Chuck's gonna, he's gonna have a field day with this for sure. Chud's probably gonna be on tomorrow. The guy streams every day.
The kind of quality of content that we're talking about for this video. So obviously, Chud Logic was in the wrong in that he legally doesn't have any right to repost my content on his YouTube channel. In the video itself, he mentions twice that he knew it was illegal what he was doing and he simply didn't care.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't do that.
It was illegal. Just the way he's saying.
I'm sure he didn't do it. He's just lying.
The law.
It's illegal. They're gonna put him in jail.
He broke YouTube law. He needs to be arrested.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know. This is if this doesn't tell you. I've been saying this guy's anti-fair use forever. If you don't believe it now.
Yeah. Personal message from me saying you should not do this. I do not give you permission. I do not believe what you are doing is right. And he stood it anyway. And so I struck his video. Case closed, right? For anyone with any semblance of sense in the world, that's the end of the story. But Chud Logic is a drama YouTuber. A drama YouTuber with connections with some of the slimiest most terrible people on these platforms. And so for months, he digs up every clip that he can possibly find of me that looks bad and just lies about the context of those clips. He finds every video with anyone ever.
Can you point one out? Because that's all you got to do.
He's got 40 minutes to do so.
You got 40 minutes to do. From what I understand, he didn't do it once.
Insulting me. And
no, I just like talking, Tommy.
Bad.
Really? This guy didn't get to the meat and potatoes.
To find anything he can on me. This even led to a Kiwi Farms document being made by his viewers so that they could funnel content back to him in which I was doxxed. It's part of the reason why I have more security now. It's because of this fuckwit. But amidst all this, offhandedly, in this video that I made, I mentioned someone called Willie Macshow. So Willie Macshow is one of these cartoonish grifters who is friends with Chud Logic. In fact, as I found out recently, he is in a group of drama YouTubers that all work together to like collaborate and push the same message and attack the same people in particular ways. Mudahaz was in this group, and he's apparently now promoting Willie Mac's show, so they're associated as well. But here's Chud Logic down here. Now, of course, Willie Mac's show doesn't disclose this association, even when he
doesn't have to, you fucking Nazi. He doesn't have to. You don't have to disclosure, like who you're in a chat group with. What are you, nuts?
This is all legal. It's all very. It's all very legal. It's all very technical. You know,
it's all a crime against him. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
he's really he's absolutely nuts.
Gosh.
The situation between me and Chud Logic, because Willie is a liar. But in the video, I referenced how Willie.
How many accusations of lies are we gonna hear without actually pointing out one?
Actually, for some reason, had been saying entirely false things all over Twitter.
There's
why I lost respect for Willie Mac show. And in this video, I showcased that Willie Mac made like a dozen false tweets about this situation, including retweeting misinformation from Chud Logic himself, and he seemed to clearly know nothing about anything that was going on. This pissed off Willie Mac show to no end. What was funny about him being pissed off is that
this pissed off. He won't even point out what pissed him off. That's like the bare bones of this shit, you know?
Because he retweeted misinformation, so case closed. Yeah. I don't have to describe what the fucking misinformation is. Gosh.
Crack the case.
In a live stream later, he admitted that he knew nothing about me.
By the way, if he tries to take my thing down, I'll dare him to sue me.
I had to call you about the Viper stuff. Does he live in Australia, right? He doesn't live in your country, right? So I don't even know what he's had. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get any of this. No, because I don't even know if what you reacted to was fair use. You sent me it, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, talking to him makes no sense.
This is like jump cuts, for Christ's sakes. You see that?
Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. I never know what the he's going on about. It is actually like talking to like one of the crazy crackhead homeless people. Yeah, I mean, what kind of content does he even like? I would love to see what his live streams.
Somebody wrote, why does Tommy donate in euros?
Hold.
He does mainly GTA content, I think. GTA speedruns and stuff like that.
Like Let's Play stuff?
Just to be clear, based on the dates of videos releasing, he did at max 3 weeks of research into my career, which is 12 years long. I can almost guarantee he did not spend 3 weeks, but at max, he could have spent 3 weeks. Given that he also made commentary on my entire 33 years of life for some reason, not enough time to learn about...
Remember this guy wanted Willie to do it because he thought he was fair. Now he isn't. When it came out, it wasn't good enough.
Well, because 33 years of his life, Tommy, he thought he was worth more than 3 weeks of research.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's done a lot in his life. He's made a lot of GTA videos
a topic you know nothing about. I mean, hey, he is the expert grifter lying on the internet for money, but if I was in his shoes, I would have limited my scope of my videos to like 1 or 2 topics rather than like the 30 that he tried to cover in 40 minutes. But hey, when you don't care if you're accurate, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he needs to take 5 hours like you do.
He didn't know anything about him 3 weeks before the video. The video comes out 3 weeks later, which is plenty of time to make a video. He calls him a liar and doesn't point out a single lie.
He knew nothing about the situation, had not seen Trump.
And then he deceptively adds it, I don't know what he's trying to find out. Well, he's looking for content so he can make a video. And he's talking to Chud Logic, and you're not even you're cutting out Chud's responses, which would have educated him to know what direction to go to make the video. It's unbelievable. He's literally a fucking communist apparatchik, he's completely editing the news in such a manner to make the state look good. It's unbelievable.
Chud Logic's video, and despite that, he was defending Chud because they were friends. Something, again, he doesn't disclose, and again, This will come up in the story a little bit later. So despite not knowing anything about the situation, he says...
Doesn't disclose. He talks about like his political payments.
Even if that's true, what did he not tell the truth about?
On Twitter that, I'm going to make a video on this situation between Chud and Dark Viper AU. I haven't made up my mind yet about my stance on the issue. So Willie said here, all right, I'm going to look into this Dark Viper stuff. And so Jin here asks which side, and Willie says depends, haven't decided yet. To which I say, might be the first time I'll get a video about me where someone actually reads and watches my work beforehand. Good luck. Admittedly, would have been nice had you done this before mouthing off on Twitter. Honest of a man to say he didn't look into something before writing about it. Of course, lying because he had made up his mind. He was friends with one of the dudes.
How do you know? Prove it. How do you know he made up his mind? Prove it.
Because he's friends with Chud Logic.
Because he's friends with Chud Logic. Yeah. I mean, that is really unbelievable. I mean, God. I mean, he's got a room full of MrBEAST weirdos.
Already been spreading misinformation about the thing for weeks.
Yeah, isn't it amazing that you can get 40,000 people and only fucking less than 1% of them can come up with the conclusion that by simply saying these are lies doesn't necessarily make them lies. It's amazing to me.
The cult of personality.
It is a cult of personality. It's absolutely
it's strong.
Right. So he makes this video. Dark Viper AU won't stop, from React debates to lolcow. And so I watched this video when it came out, and 17 minutes in, I had to stop and think, why is this video so false? At this point, I already knew that Willie was a grifter, he was lying. I knew his association with Chud Logic, so he was motivated to lie. I knew he didn't like that I called him out for his previous lies, and so I knew he was going to lie more to defend those lies.
How many times did he say lie in that one sentence?
Bro, you've been trashed after just that one sentence.
How many times?
Because he's a lying liar, and he lies all the time, so therefore he lies, and that's why he's lying all the time. Lying. Like.
But
his
even
lies
then,
were so bad,
I still didn't understand why.
I don't understand why he lies all the time, and he's always lying liars.
It was so false, and the big reason for this is he would say false things that benefited him not at all from saying. It's like there was no practical benefit to the.
Like you're 6 minutes in, where's the payoff? Like nobody's asking themselves, Jesus Christ, he's just calling a liar. That's all he's doing. This is your opportunity.
Those things he was saying, but he was saying them anyway. Because I had the impression that while Willie Mac didn't know much about me, I thought
he's not going to make a part 2. He's going to make a part 1, hoping everybody backs off. I guarantee you that.
I don't test him. Don't test him.
No, I don't think he'll make a part 2. I don't. I think
maybe he'll make the part 2.
He's been threatening to make a video. Well, you will look out if I ever make a video on you, because he thinks he's content brain too. My fans will go after you, and you'll stop. And Willie's not the guy. Willie is like the one guy that will risk everything if he's in the right. The one guy. There's so many YouTubers that would just tap out, and that's too hard, and they're too big, and you're not even in that stratosphere. If it was MrBEAST or fucking PewDiePie, he's gonna stick to his guns 100%.
But that's the problem, I think, is Dark Viper is the same motherfucker who sticks to his guns and is much ado about nothing for
but
like
he's
50 videos in a row.
He's preaching to the choir. That's the difference.
Well, they'll keep listening to him with every little development. Like if there's a response, he'll make a response and he'll go into another diatribe about why that wasn't perfect.
I bet
why
Willie
you're a liar.
I'll tell you, I don't think Willie responds to this. How do you respond to this? Saying I didn't lie?
Well,
I mean, I would totally address what he says, but he won't even tell me where I tell the mistruth.
Dark Viper's the kind of guy that will take a couple of tweets on Twitter, casually done, as a response, and say that that's enough to go and make another video off of. He is that kind of spur.
You think so? Want to make a bet?
If he has not changed for since the 2 years ago when I first looked at his shit, when he was all about the anti-react stuff, and he was just endless about that. And it was weeks after months of those videos about that, and him criticizing every single person that poked holes in his arguments or said, I don't like the way that you phrased this, or you drew up a whole 200-page document on your stance on React shit. People were picking apart that, and then he got so upset that he started making responses to people saying, I thought that was not a well thought out document.
Willie said he's going to respond. Is that true?
Please.
See if you can find that for me. Thank you. Interrupt.
Can you at least something? Because for the previous year and a half, 2 years, he had liked 50 of my tweets, had responded to a dozen of them. Of all the creators that I knew at the time, he had engaged with my Twitter the most in a positive way. I assumed on that basis that he had at least some like for my content. In the same way that...
Hear that? If he likes his content, that would make him fucking biased. If he just liked your content, did a puff piece, but that's apparently what you want. So he looked into it and said it was a bunch of, you're full of shit.
Turkey Tom admitted that he used to like my content quite a bit.
He did say he'll be responding.
He will be responding. I'm a little surprised. Oh, fuck it. That's more money for us.
Viper AU is someone with a smaller audience who you may or may not have heard of. He makes a lot of content within the game Grand Theft Auto, and while he's not as popular as Critical, he is a very successful creator in his own right, who does a lot of cool things on YouTube, and he's someone that I watch from time to time.
Until I called him a bastard in DMs, and they just also started lying. That's another story.
He brings a Tom video. See, these guys should have done this. I mean, he makes himself look bad. He has no idea. He's got to be autistic.
As it turns out, Willie is
that
a
even a
person
question?
who...
What?
Is that even a question if he's autistic?
He's got to be autistic.
Is a clout chaser in the traditional sense of the word, where it's not just an insult, he actually just follows people that have a lot of viewership and tries to buddy up to them in order to get views. And so the reason he followed me on Twitter and engaged with my stuff so much was in an attempt to get views from me. When he found out that he couldn't get views from me because I didn't respect him.
He has no evidence for any of this. He's literally just, this is what he thinks.
Tommy, Dark Viper is one brain cell away from calling into your stream and asking if you've ever seen Waffle Pone.
Yeah.
As was in this video, he seemed to conclude, at least that's the only explanation I can think of that explains why this video, that he could just lie about me. So in this video, that was meant to be about defending Chud Logic, he doesn't talk about the situation between me and Chud Logic until like half an hour in. In large
part, defense of Chud Logic.
I kind of half tuned out to what he's saying. I'm hypnotized by watching his hair move with every little head jerk. It's like it's a
whole hypnosis thing.
Yeah, look at it.
I must believe him.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They are all liars.
What a nutter.
Logic was clearly in the fucking wrong. So what he does instead is he goes to archive.org
and he does it again. He's clearly in the wrong. He won't give you any fucking examples. He sits there and lies about it and says that he said what he told me was the only reason he didn't, because he didn't want the trouble and he could continue to make money on it. He never said that he was wrong. Oh, I got this wrong, or I didn't. No, none of that. He's made it up.
And likely talks to Chud Logic himself and grabs every clip that he possibly can to spam in this video for like 40 minutes. Often repeating the same clip multiple times, never mentioning when these clips happened, why these clips happened, often lying about why those clips exist at all. And that's what this video is. And so I'm watching this video being like, this video can't be responded to. Nothing in it is true.
Hear that? Oh no, this is good. No, listen to this. Listen to the excuse.
Why those clips exist at all. And that's what this video is. And so I'm watching this video being like, this video can't be responded to. Nothing in it is true. Every sentence.
He's like he tweets. Nothing.
It can't be.
How about this? How about this? Pick one. Just one. Just one. Pick the one big one. The big monster fucking made up lie. Just one. Pick one. Anyone.
It can't be responded to, Tom.
It can't be responded to. It's fucking alright.
Sentence uttered, often for dozens of reasons, is false. Sometimes it is really knowingly lying in that different statements that he makes can't both be true. Well, like, I can't believe both are true. One has to be a lie. So you can deduce that he is lying to some degree.
Somebody just report him. Don't anger yourself. What are you reporting?
I'm not even going to dignify talking about these contradictory statements. Just take my word.
He's so ignorant of everything that he speaks on that I would just be explaining things that he doesn't know. And the third is really, really dumb. The two main arguments he uses to dismiss most of what I say about reaction content are, one, he doesn't care.
When it comes to React content being the worst because it's stealing impressions from completely unrelated creators, I don't care.
Any argument that he personally doesn't care about is no longer valid if he doesn't care about it.
That's not that. Wow, he really misread it. He just completely misread what he said. He goes, "I don't care. I'm not interested in covering." He basically said why it's fair use and why it's protected. You know, and here's the thing: YouTube goes by American law, not Australian law. Thankfully.
I know that sounds stupid, but he is that dumb. The second, on the basis of
Jesus, how
he's dumb. He's lying.
Nothing.
He's ignorant.
He argues.
Dumb, yeah.
There is a broad consensus that disagrees with me, and if there's a broad consensus that disagrees with something, it is false. Now that again may sound stupid because you know
you're bigger than all of us. You're a 1 million sub YouTuber. If anything, we're the ones punching up. Who are you kidding?
probably a person who's gone through high school, and you would know that even if the majority agrees with something, it doesn't make it true. If the majority is against something, it doesn't make it false. That's not an argument.
But as of right now, creators and
you haven't made a single argument. You have yet to make a single argument, a single one. You've just accused.
I like his pausing to explain. Guys, sometimes the popular majority isn't right. Let me explain this to you and nothing else.
Jesus Christ.
Opinions that come with good reaction content more than they value potentially losing that extra $1.
Worse, though, how he does this is he just asserts there's a consensus against my positions and therefore I'm wrong. I feel like
he doesn't. Yeah, he leaves out all the fuck. He leaves out everything. I can't take this anymore. I'm done.
Well,
I want to switch the other thing. I can't take it.
Eyes a Kite said he looks like a younger you, so be offended by that.
Tell me go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Fucking, I put your dick in the snow, Finn, man.
He also said
we're 10 minutes in and he hasn't pointed out a single lie. And we know he's decided. I watched that one Chud Logic episode and I saw Chud filling Willie in on what's going on. So he literally edited out all of Chud's responses to look like Willie was completely ignorant.
Look at the comments though.
What?
That would I'm kind of interested to see if they.
High as a Kite also said unstoppable logic meets immovable retard. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be an immovable retard when you have people supporting you at this level. I mean, you know, like that's so funny.
But, you can do that, but just stick to your lane. Like, don't go into this other shit and get involved in the drama stuff, which he wants to assert that he's not.
Bro is straight up shitting on people because he got his feelings hurt. And like, where did he get that? That's diabolical.
He got his feelings hurt. Where?
The guy's clinically insane. Wow. He does GTA speedruns, Let's Play and stuff. Or the guy is deaf. He engaged the beast and then looked away. Yeah,
Yeah, the beast. The beast that's been locked away. Dark Viper.
Well, maybe Willie. Should Willie respond in your opinion? See,
Who?
Should Willie respond to this? Because it's like I don't know if there's any. I guess there's a benefit if he really claps him, which he could. Because here's the thing about Willie, he kills you with kindness. He's not mean, and he's not even me and Nick. He doesn't have like a Keemstar way of looking at things. He kills you with kindness, and makes it funny. And I got news for you. This idea that he's all butthurt and stuff like that. Nobody cares less than any YouTuber that I've worked with in the past 7 years than Willie Mack. He has the thickest skin that I've ever come across. The only time I ever saw him angry and talked to him offline when he was angry was when Mama Max was doing that stuff against me. That's it. It's the only time he ever got mad. He never, and honestly, he's been in with bigger YouTubers than you. Hassan, Cabos when he was big. You know, like, he knows how to take the heat. Like, this moron right here thinks if he just gets enough heat, everybody's going to back off. So he's just going to feed the trolls, I suppose. But here's the best part. Nobody's trolling him. They're making good points against him, and he has absolutely nothing other than to call somebody a liar and not giving a single example because there's no reason to. He's just not going to dignify it.
I think Willie should do whatever's funniest.
I think he will.
Which would be that. And because he's just going to get angry. This guy's just going to get angry and spin his wheels. And just pour his heart out about how he feels and not bring any fucking facts to anything.
I want to do YouTube slop, but it's like 30 minutes. What do you think? You think we save it for Monday?
So it's up to you. I'm not tired or anything. So.
Yeah, it's up to you.
What do you guys? We got 400 people in here, so you guys want to do one more? I can't take anymore. He's just repeating himself.
I am kind of curious if maybe he brings up his girlfriend in this. It'll be kind of funny.
To me, it's just.
Can I vent to you guys?
Funny, like him raging.
Can I vent to you? It's all you ever do is vent.
This is what I'm going to do next. Oh, what is he gonna do?
It's funny. Did he ask any of these YouTubers for permission when he used their clips?
Well, so they're actually, it's back in his court because they are responding to him. So technically he gets away with it and they can't.
this is what I'm going to do next.
Well, it's exactly that, because he made one of his main points was like they didn't even say the date or when these clips were from. He hasn't done that here.
He has the most fucking like stringent regulations for about when you're able to use somebody else's video, and it has to.
And of course, none of it's true under American law.
Yeah, but suddenly he's the arbiter of all of it. He's the judge. He gets to write like pages and pages of documents, and then this is law now because he's just an egotistic fuckface.
Let me see this.
Obsessed with like anything that he can spam out to get a bit of engagement. He at some point was like 30 tweets a day for an entire month. The man is nuts. What I've been thinking about doing is, as you guys know, I hold the position in regards to React content that if you're reacting to something that you've already seen before and directly involves you, that it's fine to do because obviously every
okay.
Loophole, baby.
It's okay. It's okay. But if it has nothing to do with you, you're not allowed to talk about it. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. This guy should be he's in the Hitler Youth program, for Christ's sakes.
Bit of the video you have some invested interest in because it's about you. And you have
like this guy makes American law. I didn't know that.
Because of course you've seen it before. And
this video is about a white person, so actually it is concerning me that I'm a white person too.
Yeah.
So
you're not white.
You're
Hispanic. You're Hispanic. Yeah.
The one being talked about. I'm thinking about debunking this video live. See, but the thing about this, I hate half-assing things. Like, you gotta understand, it's dozens of. I don't even want to show you.
Oh my
notes,
God!
just,
there's no chance of that happening. There's no chance of that happening. None.
I don't know what to say. He hates half-assing things.
Yeah.
I almost died.
The fact that people fall for this shit and say, why don't you just react to it? Like, why don't you just fucking point out the lie? And nobody's doing that in his echo chamber. That's so funny to me. Honestly, if you fucking tell me you're like a Dark Viper fan, at least of this content, I think you're a moron. I mean, I think you're dumb. I mean, you like his GTA and his gaming stuff. I mean, I guess Tom said it was good to him. Must be. My God, I can't take this. I'm doing the other fucking thing. Maybe I should save it. It's 30 minutes, and we already did 2 hours. Yeah, let's save it for Monday.
All right,
We'll save it for Monday. I should go back on Twitch and then fuck around after this. You know, you want to do that?
Yeah, and
play video.
So what you been doing on Twitch?
Just trying to like get some time in. I'm kind of fucking around with OBS so I can kind of switch it to Kick. I think I may eventually go to Kick.
Okay, because I mean, I was gonna say if you're gonna do Twitch, you should start defending Palestine. You'll grow quickly.
Yeah, no. Well, I've actually said a bunch of nasty things about Clancy and see if I get clipped. You know, that much. You know. Yeah, like that's what everybody said when I was streaming there today. They were like, "Oh, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're doing that." You know, yada yada yada. Ugh, shit. Well, I'm gonna get these pants. I'm sweating my nuts off. I don't know. Somebody turn the heat on in here or something. Hey, you want to see something funny?
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
All right. So I got those 2 lamps here. I thought this would be really funny. All right, you see it? So you see them? They can't see them anymore. Hey, how you doing?
You should make your thing full screen.
Isn't that funny?
Make your thing full screen so we can see that.
Okay, hold on.
Make it your face.
Welcome to Shop at the Point, everybody!
That's awesome.
It's fucking funny.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go! I gotta put some shorts on or something. I'm fucking, my nuts are sweating my nuts off. You know what I might have to do? I might have to go. Should I go on Twitch or should I stay here? Go on Twitch, 2 stay here. And start a different stream in like 5-10 minutes.
Hey,
one go on. Well, actually, I could make. Hold on, I'm gonna make a what you call it.
I'm gonna do that what you thing.
Let's see, Twitch. Stay here.
Jews or Palestinians, guys? What do you guys say?
Here we go. And I don't want to give it a minute. Actually, I want to delete it already because I wanted it to only be a minute. Damn it.
Well, you can just time it.
Yeah. I was like, where's the fucking thing? I clicked it and now I can't see
just
it.
You can just do a new poll. It'll replace it.
It'll replace it? Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. New start a poll.
Well, right now, I think everybody just wants you to stay here.
So. If you start a new poll, remember to include a third option to go watch that guy Keaton loves.
Or Waffle
Pone.
You can watch Waffle Pone.
Yeah, third option, watch Waffle Pone.
I'll stay here.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at my.
Yeah, everybody wants you to stay here.
All right,
watch Waffle.
All right. I'll come out with an arcade stream. It's fucking. This shit's working behind me. I should leave that. It's so fucking funny.
It's awesome.
Let's go. Musty, give you $150. Thanks so much. We also gave you a 10. This woman is bragging about a degree that she earned just by going to class, and everybody clapped for her. So proud. Thanks so much. That's fucking funny. It's great. Mm-hmm. He knew it was wrong. He said so. No, he didn't. Oh, God. Is there a more dishonest person on YouTube besides him? Maybe like Dawson, maybe. I think actually he's worse because I'm not completely sure that Dawson doesn't know the fucking deal. Like how conscious he is. Like who's wackier? Oh, this guy's he's so obsessed. He's just the same old tired arguments. Not even an argument. You're obsessed. Debunk the video. I did. I made that video. Didn't you see it? Oh, God.
I think before you started the stream, you should have disclosed the fact that you were friends with Willie Mack, though.
Yeah.
That's
they were really all in a chat group together. That's just fucking unbelievable.
Conflict of interest.
Well, I know that somebody brought up when I was streaming Twitch before that he said that you guys all tend to have the same opinions. Yeah, you ever noticed in fucking like people that have political similar political views have the same opinions? Have you seen CNN or MSNBC or Fox News?
Willie Mack is the one guy that constantly like pisses other people off who are his friends because he takes a certain stance on it that is like giving people benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it's true. Let's go! Little manly dropped. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's on 15. Hold on a second. Pledge 15 per month. Okay. Little Madly, Oatbag, Mexican, One Family Guy fan, Abby Blackburn, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, Kinetic Kel, Latchkey Goth Boy, Nez Squig, Not Your Typical Monk, Panic Pun, Randall Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Jeannie, and Picklington. Thanks so much. You get a guaranteed read if you're on Patreon. A guaranteed read. So I think Little Manly dropped, but I guess it's not official yet. Yeah, so that was probably the last time reading his thing. He dropped to 5, but it's okay. It's okay. Any reason, you guys? I know things are. But it says $15 a month, but it says 5. Oh, I see what he signed up for. Okay, Little Manly's actually giving more. He's giving me 15. He didn't have to do that. Thank you. I apologize, Little Manly. For Christ's sakes, I almost fucked that up.
How dare you disrespect him?
Yeah, I know. All right, look for a link here in a few minutes. Thanks so much, everybody. I do appreciate it. What a jerk off. Talk to you later. Peace.